Hey guys, this is GG and I'll be talking about game number 1 between Sarens and MaDFroG. MaDFroG is playing as the red Zerg player at the 6 o'clock position, and Sarens is playing as the green Terran at the 12 o'clock position. This is game number 1, and I believe there are a couple of more matches after this one. And this is patch number 1.1.1. There are a few issues with the patch that has still not been fixed. Phoenix for the Protoss race does not really work correctly because the Graviton beam does not pick up the units too correctly, I believe, because when you pick it up, no matter what happens to that unit that you pick up, your Phoenix will be stuck there for quite a while. And if you pick up multiple units, well, your Phoenix fleet is going to be stuck there for a really long time. In any event, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. It went by super fast because, well, I was playing a little bit of Civilization 5. Who am I kidding? I'm playing a lot of Civilization 5. That game is pretty amazing, I think. Sarens has just started his first gas, whereas MaDFroG hasn't done too much yet. Still just mining. No extractor, no spawning pool. Maybe he's thinking about grabbing that early hatchery. We see he's on 15 population and he's making an additional drone at the moment. Both players scouting, but they're scouting in the wrong direction, both of them. And I think this Overlord will be able to see that Sarens' SCV is going to be scouting the correct direction soon, so he's going to know, MaDFroG is going to know that Sarens is at the 12 o'clock position. At the moment there is a drone outside, and he does put down the hatchery. He does not have a spawning pool just yet. He doesn't have an extractor. He has our drones and 2 hatcheries, signifying a very economic, heavy base build that is to come. Both players are kind of scouting out each other's base, and the drone has gone down at 16, I believe, and another drone popped out. The spawning pool got down at 16, and now there is a drone for MaDFroG inside the base of Sarens running around. That drone is very low on HP, but that's exactly what he wanted because he wanted to hit the SCVs over and over again. And now 2 very injured SCVs are running about the map, and he actually left down the supply depot. A slight mistake there, I think, by Sarens. And Sarens is going to build an additional supply depot. Well, I think MaDFroG is going to go for the gas deal, and yes, he's going to go for the gas deal. A very good idea because it does limit the options of the Terran player a little bit. And we do see that there are 2 SCVs. We might be able to see a double bunker going down relatively shortly, and there's 1 hatchery has just recently finished. 2 bunkers are going down, and 2 drones come out to try to hit this, but actually one of the drones isn't doing anything. Now he actually moves it. So now there's 2 drones working on one, another 1 drone working on the other bunker. This is a very good response to this because if you put additional drones down, you won't be able to hit anything. If you notice, this spacing is kind of really close. 2 Zerglings just spawned at the moment, and we'll be able to take down, I think, 1 bunker. There is 1 Marine followed by 2 SCVs and another Marine coming back to try to help this. There's only 1 Marine inside the bunker at the moment. I don't think this bunker is going to stay alive much longer. And a spine crawler has just gone down, as well as additional Zerglings being produced at the moment. He really needs to get rid of these bunkers and any additional push that may be coming. But Sarens, realizing his push has failed a little bit, is going to fall back slightly. And he's going to come and test the waters with 1 Hellion. Hellions are very fast, very aggressive early game. And this spine crawler hasn't really spawned yet, so he really needs to take care of this Hellion with these couple of Zerglings if he could, and prevent him from getting inside the base. And now a little bit back and forth trying to pick at each other, and now he's going to try to get us around possibly on this Hellion, and he does get us around, and he will be able to take it down. A couple of Marines are caught out of position, I think, and they will be able to surround these Marines and take them down without too much trouble. And there's another Hellion. The Hellions are very good micro-able units against the Zerglings, forcing them to pull back slightly. Supply block a little bit at the moment for MaDFroG as he was trying to micro his way out of trouble there. The extractor has gone up, and both players sitting around 30 at the moment, even though MaDFroG was just supply block for quite a little bit. There's only still 1 queen. Second queen is being produced right now at the moment because even though it's been in the production tab for quite a while, he was supply block. And these Hellions coming around the back could do some serious damage. Does manage to set a little bit of those drones on fire, but only 1 kill so far, and I don't think any of those 1 kills are drones just yet. Additional Hellions running across the map, and Marines are working on the extractor in the back, and we see an additional factory going up. So 2 factories, 1 barracks for Sarens at the moment a couple of units in the Zonaga Watchtower in the middle of the map. So both players are thinking about grabbing that second base and expanding their economical advantage. Well, I think there is a slight lead for MaDFroG at the moment, as he was able to take down the 2 bunkers as well as defend a little bit of the early aggression. He does put down 3 spine crawlers already up, and yeah, 3 spine crawlers, and I don't think these Hellions want to test the waters. Metabolic boost is currently being researched by MaDFroG at the moment. That will help his Zerglings in surrounding those Hellions. And we see a lot of SCVs being transferred at the moment, and this base hasn't even been completed. And he's actually lost a lot of mining time. There's a couple of topics about the usage of the SCV transfer, because there are some pros and cons on the transfer time. Like, for instance, you transfer half the SCV. I think that time he actually transferred a lot more than half of the SCV. He transferred, I think, about 60% to 70% of his SCVs over, and there is a lot of discussion on it, because if you transfer a lot of it, you're actually losing a lot of mining time. And the scan goes off inside the base of MaDFroG, and he's also floating a base. Sarens is floating a base inside. We do see the upgrade for the Hellions coming up very, very shortly, as well as a Spire going down for MaDFroG. These Hellions just sitting outside, sitting pretty, because they don't really want to come in, because there is a lot of spine crawlers. Additional factories going up, each attached to a tech lab. As I mentioned, the Inferno Pre-Igniter is being researched at the moment. The metabolic boost should be able to finish relatively soon, and MaDFroG does see this early aggression, I believe, and he's going to build up additional Zerglings. He just made a ton of Zerglings that are just spawning right now, a couple of Zerglings running across the map, and we do see an engineering bay going down, perhaps thinking that MaDFroG is going to go for, and an armory going down as well. Sarens is probably guessing that MaDFroG is going to go for Mutalisk, and these Zerglings are inside the base, and there's nothing to defend these things. There was, I think, 1 bunker. He actually took down the bunker pretty fast, and he's going to be able to try to take down these SSPs, and he actually got a couple of very, very good kills there. Now he's going to run inside the base, the main base of Sarens, and he will see that there is a armory going up there. This entrance is not blocked at all. It's a little bit problematic. The Zerglings are split up, but will he be able to get 1 more kill? No. The upgrade for the Mutalisk, the Zerglings, has completed, so they're actually running really, really fast. And the upgrade for the Hellions has finished as well, so they can roast the Zerglings just as fast. And here's a very, very good play from MaDFroG. He has Mutalisk spawning, but that's not the play I was going to talk about. You put a Creep Tumor inside your base, you have the Overlord secrete creep outside of the base, so you can put the creep outside without actually spawning. Without actually going around it, so it's a little bit shorter. A couple of Hellions gonna try to harass this hatchery, but at the same time, there's a ton of Mutalisks and some Zerglings running across the map, so they have to run home to defend, because there's not too much defense. There's 1 turret and 1 Thor. These Mutalisks are not in a good formation at the moment to handle the Thor, so they're actually backing up a little bit, and these Zerglings are doing quite a bit of damage to Sarens, as Sarens is forced to pull back his Hellions to try to defend this. And now they're going to try to engage and take down this Thor. Wow, look at how fast that Thor is going down. The Thor will go down, I believe, or no, it won't. A bunch of SCVs are repairing him, but that does prevent him from getting minerals for a couple of more seconds. We took a look at the army count at the moment. We're both sitting pretty even, 78 and 82 at the moment. And if we take a look at the income, both players are a little bit close, I think, even though that MaDFroG has had the advantage for quite a bit. And as I was saying, that 3 hatcheries went up. The 3rd one is about to be finished, so he has 2 hatcheries inside. That's right, 2 hatchery for 1 base, another 2 hatchery for another 1 base, and the 5th hatchery for his 2nd expansion and 3rd base going up. This is a lot of very, very aggressive macro play by MaDFroG, and MaDFroG is going to try to control the air and control the map with these Mutalisks, but he's really got to be careful, because you don't want to click all the Mutalisks to one space, because when they clump up, it will be very, very difficult for them to deal with these stores, because these stores, although they are slow, they do a ton of splash damage to a limited radius. But you could get that magical box, and that magical box will be able to reduce a lot of the splash, but I don't think he wants to engage here. He's going to come in, and he's going to take a lot of damage. Ooh, I believe he actually killed off 1 or 2 Mutalisks there, and a lot of them are very, very weak at the moment. And we do see that Zerg Flyer attack number 1 upgrade is currently being researched, and if we take a look at the income tab now, a very large gap in terms of the gas. As these Hellions are marching across, they will be met with some spine crawlers and some mules, so they can't really engage. And there's a couple of Thors follow with a couple of SCVs. I think he's thinking about putting some early pressure. Ooh, there's another hatchery going down at the moment. Additional upgrades for the vehicles that will affect both the Hellions and the Thors. Very nice choice for Sarens. And at the moment, I think he's actually MaDFroG has a rather large force of Mules and Zerglings. I think that's what he wants to deal with this. But Sarens, if he can micro very well, he could deal with this very well. And we see one Thor immediately going down. The second Thor is about to go down. These Hellions are actually wreaking havoc on the Zerglings. The second Thor actually does go down. If you can take down this last Thor, you will be able to actually take down these Hellions as well. Actually, I think these Hellions could have done a much better job. They just went back. Instead, they're actually killing off the spine crawler. Not very good play there. And ooh, I think if he just went in with his Hellions, he would have made a world of difference. Because he did lose all the Thors there to not so much units lost for MaDFroG. Take a look at the units lost cap, slightly more for MaDFroG, but MaDFroG is also making more right now, so I think the advantage is still toward MaDFroG, just very slightly at the moment. We do see centrifugal hooks being researched for the Bailings, as the Bailings nest has recently finished, and that will help him take out a lot of the SCVs if he gets them at just the right time, at just the right spot. Man, I do love seeing double hatcheries at one base, because double hatcheries will mean a lot of injections, a lot of spawns, and we do see some Zerglings running inside the base with additional command centers going up, and a lot of SCVs are falling. These Hellions not too quick to come, and these Zerglings are going to pick off one last SCV. Yes, they do manage to take it off, and he's actually going to run away now. Very nice map control from MaDFroG at the moment, dictating exactly what he wants when he wants it. And right now, this Terran Sarens is actually in a world of hurt, I think, because he's limited by his choice of Thor, because they're very immobile units compared to the Zerglings and the Mutilas, which can fly past boundaries, run quicker. And this one command center is going to finish relatively soon. We do see the armor plating is currently being researched for the Thors, and we do see a little harassed. Oh, Sarens, why aren't you going back into the back of the mineral patch? You're actually going to die. Ooh. He keeps on hitting the spine crawlers. I think he just put 8 attack a couple of